everybody. Welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you as always for taking some time out of your day or night to watch this video. I noticed that a lot of people responded well to the conversation videos, right? So where it's just me like talking more, and so I wanted to try another one of those in a whispered tone because it seems that a lot of people appreciated that. And again, please, if any of you have any suggestions in terms of content or whatever you guys would like to hear, I am totally down. I do not have a Patreon or anything like that, but if you go ahead and drop down a comment, I will do my absolute best to try and give you that content, right? Just because if I can help out even one person sleep, then that's amazing. That being said though, guys, I just wanted to make this video and try and help you relax. I know that a lot of us have already started school once again, or work if you are in if you work like for a school district. Some of you may have had the summers off, and so a lot of people are returning back to work or to school. In my case, I'm in college, right? So I'm going back to school. What's it called? Yeah, this semester is pretty heavy. I am taking physics, I'm taking calculus too, and I'm taking assembly language, which is for computer science. And yeah, it's only those 3 classes, but I mean, honestly, that's more than enough. Yeah, I mean, physics alone is already a beast, right? Calculus as well, some parts. And well, I don't know too much about assembly language, but I have taken other computer science courses, so I don't think that one will be as difficult, I hope anyway. Although I am trying to organize and just stay as focused as possible from day one, because honestly it's a lot, and if I let it start to slip, if I start missing, I mean, obviously it's the first week. It's the first week of school, so I'm not gonna be late on any assignments, right? Most of them were like introduction. Well, it was actually just one introductions, and then the rest are like actual assignments. But like I said, it's the first week, so they're not too heavy really. But I can already tell that, you know, it's gonna require a lot of dedication on my part, because there are some things that do come naturally to me, and there are some things that just don't, you know. Some things that I just really have to work hours and hours and hours so that I can understand it, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one. I'm sure that many of you can relate. So just know that if you are out there and you are struggling honestly in any subject, not just math or science, in any subject, know that you are not the only one. You are definitely not alone. A lot of us, you know, are really working hard out there to understand concepts and whatnot. So yeah, don't feel bad if at some point, you know, if you are good in math, for example, and you're taking, you know, undergraduate or graduate level courses, and it's not coming easy to you, well, know that that's okay, right? Like, I think if everything came easy, I mean, you're probably a genius, so I don't know. What's it called? Other than that, though, I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that everybody has had enough time this summer to rest and to really just catch up on yourself before the start of the semester. I think it's pretty important, right, that everybody takes a little bit of time for themselves, for sure. Especially when you know it's going to be crunch time for the next few months. And honestly, even for a lot of workers in different areas like retail, for example, well, it's still August, but you know, in a couple of months, you know, the holidays are going to start to come up. You know, it's a busy time of the season. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, just make sure that you are, you know, in between your classes, in between all of your assignments and whatever you have to do, your workload, that you are taking time for yourself. And I know that some people, unfortunately, or fortunately, don't have the, well, I guess not fortunately, even though the only reason I said that was because some people do enjoy working. So, fortunately for some people, right? What's it called? They don't have the time to do other activities, or just time to rest in general because they have such a hefty workload. A lot of people are working a job or two, are going to school, may or may not have kids, you know. All of these things add up, right? All of these things add up. All of these things add pressure, right? So, first of all, a huge kudos. Huge kudos and congratulations, honestly, to all of you parents out there that are currently going to school, whether you're working as well or not. Honestly, just amazing because it's tough work. I understand from a personal, I understand on a personal level because I do it. Right? I have a family. I have a full-time job, and it's a little difficult to find time right in between work and studying, and also it's important to set time aside for family, right? So you have to kind of include that in there as well. So yeah, it's just a lot. So I understand it. When people feel overwhelmed, and again, just know that you're not alone, for sure. You know, it happens to the best of us all the time, and that's okay. That's totally okay, right? Stress and that sort of I don't know. I want to say that drive, right? It's what's keeping us. It's what's pushing us forward, I should say, and that's a good thing. So, as long as we are constantly moving forward in our life in a positive manner, then that is just that's amazing, right? That's just about all one can do is try and do their best in life, you know, without getting too philosophical. Well, what's it called? This week has been, well, I should say, let me go back just a little bit. Where I live, it's very hot. It's very hot, and it's just been sort of a nightmare to even do anything during the day. it's just like heat wave after heat wave. It's been crazy. So I haven't really done a lot in terms of outdoor activities. However, I think you can kind of see it back here. I do have my bike, and that is something that I love to do, usually at nights. Yeah, usually once the sun goes down. I mean, I've got my lights, I've got my gear, so I'm set for night rides. And then again, I train. Not again. I haven't even said it. It's just a bad habit. I tend to say again a lot. But I ride locally. And when I say locally, I just mean like within a short distance, within a few miles of where I live, because like I said, I do usually go at night, so I try to avoid any busy areas, for example, or areas that I'm not very familiar with. Not so much that reason, because I actually do enjoy going to different spots that I've never been to before. But it's just always good to have caution, right? Especially at night, because for one, in general, a lot of people unfortunately do not respect cyclists, and I guess I can sort of understand I've understood certain instances, like videos that I've seen where they'll kind of like try and cut off a driver, or they'll just make some like obnoxious turn, or they don't even wait for the light or something, or signal, sorry. I don't know, I've seen a few videos, very few, where I'm like, okay, I get it. But in general, there are just a lot of people that either are not paying attention. That's usually the case, because I have been hit before. Fortunately, not very severe, but I have been hit before, and this was by a person who I saw did not turn when he made a right-hand turn, because this person made a right-hand turn. I was going on through the walkway, riding across the walkway, and they turned left to check for oncoming cars, but they never turned right to check for pedestrians or anybody crossing the street. And this particular place where I was at, there was no like, the road ended basically. After that, it was just dirt, so I had to go across the walkway, because there was no more bike lane. And anyway, not that matters, right? The point is that the guy didn't check, and so it's just always super important to whenever you're out at night, whether it's cycling or you are walking, jogging, whatever activity you like to do, just be very mindful that some people are not respectful. If you're walking or running, I guess that shouldn't really be a problem, because you're going to be on the sidewalk, I hope. But this is mostly a problem for like cyclists, or even if you have a scooter and you're taking it down the street. A lot of people don't respect that, so don't respect the bike lane, especially on more narrow streets, right? When it's a more narrow street, cars, I don't know, they tend to like stay a little bit more towards like the bike lane side, and so I noticed that they go in a lot. But anyway, the whole point of the rant was just to talk about my recent activities, which have just really been involving biking, really, in terms of my personal activities for exercise and just as a hobby, because I really, really do love it. And And then I also just, of course, wanted to give that general warning to people that are riding out at night like I do, to just be very careful. Be very careful, make sure your lights are on at all times, and yeah, just whatever you can to make yourself more visible is always best. Well, that just about concludes that topic. Well, guys, I don't have a whole lot more to add tonight. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I know that on the last video I said that I was going to be trying to do a little bit more videos. I do apologize because I didn't really post any more this last week. I was really trying to enjoy my final days with my family. Not my final days, but me and my wife, we both start working, going to school, and it's just a pretty busy time for us, so we don't really see each other, and yeah, so other than that though, guys, thank you so much for tuning back into this video. I do hope that you enjoyed this conversational video. Again, this is just one of those videos where you can just sort of listen in, and you do not have to really be looking at me. In this video, well, I guess it's too late to say that now, right? But I really didn't do any visual triggers. It was just me talking the whole time. So good night, guys, or good day to you. I hope that you have a great rest of your night or day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Oh, and by the way, I promise to try to put out a video a little bit more frequently than just once a week. It's back to my school schedule, but I at least want to stay to 2 a week. I'm sorry. So, anyway, stick around for that. See you guys.